Let's go. Welcome back to Nonstop XP. You could call me Nix, and happy Valentine's Day to all of you. Even if you're single, happy Valentine's Day, it doesn't matter. Right, here's the thing. I was having a conversation yesterday with someone about the topics of love and finding happiness, and I had to tell them that's not how it works. That's a common misconception that is fed to you by movies and talk show hosts, and it's not real for normal people like me and you, right? Like, we aren't rich and famous. We aren't beloved by many who don't even know us just by looking at our pictures on the screen. They claim that they love and adore us. We are not those types of individuals. That isn't the reality for most normal people, right? So here's what I say to that. You need to meet someone. Well, first off, you need to work on yourself. Work on yourself, work on your personality. Build up the things that you like about yourself. There is where you're going to start finding a value. You're going to start valuing yourself more. You're going to start loving yourself more. And then you go out into the world and you try to meet someone. You get to pick who you interact with. Whether you're male or female, you get to choose if this person is allowed into your life or not. And then when you meet the right person, you then try to encourage that person to be the best version of themselves as well, because both of you are going to have problems. Let's use my relationship for an example. We are going on 9 years this year, and when we first met, we had fucking issues. I had issues with commitment and staying faithful, and she had issues with communication and managing her emotions. So what did we do to make the relationship last throughout the years is you move further away from the problems that you have. It's really that simple. It's simple to say, but it's a little bit difficult to do. So there will always be times where you struggle a bit, and then there will always be times where your partner struggles a bit. And it's not those times you choose to shut down on the person or blow things up and have big arguments and all this bullshit, because that's trying to out a fire with gasoline. That doesn't make any sense. How am I gonna make this better if I start cussing you out because you get emotional and silent in an argument? That doesn't make sense. It's not helping towards anything. But my point in all of this is you meet someone after you work on yourself. And then when you meet that person, they're going to see how much you built yourself up, right? Now, you have to have a standard as well, right? But when they see how much you build yourself up, they are going to fall for that. They're going to like those things that you fixed about your own yourself. And now you have to try to encourage them to match that. I see a lot of one-sided relationships. I see a lot of relationships where it's like drastically one-sided. Most relationships are always like a little bit like this. Someone is slightly above, right? But in a lot of other cases, I see some where it's like this, right? The person is way up here doing most of the work. They're doing most of the communication. They're working the hardest. They're contributing the most to the relationship. And then the other person is all the way down here. I think that is the real problem. I think that's the real problem in this thing. People think that's a fucking fantasy. It's unrealistic, right? You can't just find the perfect person who's willing to make everything in your life better without trying to contribute to that, right? Love is a give and take. It's a constantly fluctuating thing. And if you're not willing to contribute to that, then you're wasting both of your time. Just as way it is. But anyway, those are just my quick thoughts on, finding love. Right? I think it's a myth. I don't think it's real. And yeah, you work on yourself, put yourself out there, meet someone, and then encourage that person to be the best version of themselves. And you all do that together. And bro, this is how you see some relationships, some marriages that last all the way up until the person is like 80, 90, and then one, eventually passes away. But they have had an entire lifetime of happiness together. This is how you get to that. But Let me know what y'all think, right? If you agree with what I had to say in this video, leave a like, subscribe. If you disagree, leave a dislike. Don't subscribe. Tell me why you disagree, and I will gladly have a conversation with you in the comments below. And yeah, to everyone else, have a great fucking day. Later.